It's been 1 year since the birth of Wrens Nest Center for Wellbeing. On May 9, 2014, the wellness facility opened its doors to the community, and since then it has hosted events and offerings that reflect its mission of helping others to seek, stretch, and soar. With programs and services in yoga, psychotherapy, nutrition, acupuncture, meditation, and general health, Wrens Nest is a partner in encouraging total wellness and balance of body, mind, and spirit. In addition to going to Wrens Nest for yoga, its other services or workshops, Wrens Nest is also available for rent. For more information, please visit www.wrensnestcenter.com or check out our Facebook page.
Well, hi everyone, I'm Judy Elliott, and today we are spending some time at Wrens Nest Center for Wellbeing, and I'm talking with the owner and founder today, Cindy Michaels, and thank you so much, Cindy, for letting us be out with you today.
Well, thank you, Judy. Yes, we are celebrating our first year here at Wrens Nest, and what a truly amazing year it's been. Our whole mission and desire at Wrens Nest is to be able to share this facility and its offerings with the community. And so far we've been able to do that this year quite a bit. We've had anniversary parties and birthday parties and garden parties and retreats and opportunities for people to come and share in Wrens Nest. We've had an art show that was a fundraiser. We've had celebrations of health and wellness, people coming out of chemotherapy, cancer treatments, and just celebrating getting through tough challenges, important celebrations of health, many different kinds, and a retreat. We actually had a 2-day retreat here, which was very interesting.
Very nice. Now, I know that there's so many possibilities here in this facility. Tell me a little bit about some of the possibilities as far as how this is laid out and how functional this facility is.
We think that the space is very peaceful in its arrangement, and it's divided up into segments so that it's the Breezeway kind of brings you into the gardens, and it's a building divided by the Breezeway so that we have a parlor space and a fully equipped kitchen. The yoga space here that we're sitting in is a multi-purpose room that we can bring in tables and chairs and have dinner parties or lectures. We've actually had tables and chairs on the Breezeway for a luncheon if the weather's conducive. And then for smaller, more intimate gatherings such as a book club or a support group, the parlor's great. There's a fireplace in there. You just flip on the switch and you're cozy in there with a small gathering of maybe 10 to 15.
Right. So wonderful that you have opened this up to the community for events as well. I think that's just amazing. What does it mean to rent the entire facility? What does that include?
Well, it includes the entire grounds, which we have a platform outside, and beyond that, there's a 3 to 4 person labyrinth. We have a wildflower garden. There's 9 raised beds with vegetables and flowers. We have fruit trees. There's walking trails, a nature trail, and we have a healing advocate. It's an art sculpture in the gardens that has a water feature. Wrens Nest has been also designated a national wildlife habitat. Mm-hmm. So we try to keep the grounds so that they are welcoming to the birds and to the rabbits. So when we say wildlife, somebody says, well, what kind of wildlife do you have? I'm talking birds and rabbits, not lions and tigers and things. But the gardens, I think, are also included. So the grounds would be another event. You can have music. There's electricity out on the platform. So you could have music out there, a band. We've had a wedding here before, and the wedding was actually performed on the platform. The music was right outside the platform. There's lights in the oak tree that's very welcoming when you come in. And we have a handicapped accessible ramp that comes into the space.
Right.
So it's accessible.
Tell me about the medical plants that you have here.
Our last event, we brought in a Cherokee medicine woman. She was she's also an RN, and she brought 20 different native plants that have medicinal qualities that are grown right here in North Georgia and in the southern Tennessee area. We even have an extinct echinacea called the Tennessean. So she really brought some cool things. They're in the whiskey barrels that are outside, and we have a display garden that Margaret Johnston has helped us put together. She's a master gardener that has helped label all of that, and we have a flyer that explains their medicinal qualities. And they're also in the Healing Advocate, so when you walk around you can hopefully learn something about what grows here natively and how it's been used, even for cooking, using some of the herbs for medicine as you cook for health and wellness.
Very interesting. I know there's a lot of people, when they walk on the grounds, there's a car here has all kinds of beautiful plants. And tell me about that.
Well, it's 1990 Volvo that was, in our family, our children all learned to drive on it, and I just couldn't get rid of it. It's cyber green, and I just decided to turn it into a car garden. And we kind of had a lot of talk about how that would happen, but my son knew somebody who was very good mechanic, but also kind of an artist as well. And we have it named on the Creative Arts Guild walking tour as a art sculpture. So it does house the plants, and it does have an apple tree in the center of it. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. So that's its medicine. And it's all labeled so you can learn from it. And there's a fountain, too. There's frogs that spit out water for the birds.
It's beautiful here. It's so relaxing. And I know that we're actually sitting today in the studio for yoga.
That's right.
So relaxing. And yoga is something that's just a wonderful part of well-being. Tell me a little bit about the experience that you've encountered with yoga and the benefits maybe from that.
Well, we have spent this year really trying to educate the health benefits of yoga. I teach around the seasons, so the way that I teach is a session maybe in the winter, and I might theme that session around digestion and explain why that's important for your well-being. But I do about 10 to 12 weeks, and then we have a seasonal educational event. And the partners of Wrens are all a part of that. So we kind of get together and meet and decide what would be a really good educational event. But the yoga benefits are very involved because there's 3 tools of yoga, which include meditation and yoga, which are the asanas and the postures, as well as breathing exercises. So those all 3 make up the health benefits of yoga. And in a class here, you will benefit from all 3. I also have some specialty yoga classes. I'm teaching a support group yoga class for cancer survivors, and that has been a very nice class for a lot of people. And then we also have pre and postnatal. I have a kids class, and the rest of the classes are just themed around general health care. They're not, like beginner or intermediate. I believe that everybody can come and learn to do what's good for their body in any class.
Right. And I know you have had so many different types of events from hosting that's really brought in so many thousands of area residents to the facility here, and it is just wonderful what you've been doing and providing from the health wellness standpoint. It's kind of connecting, your whole entire well-being together, the peacefulness, the uniqueness of this. Tell me a little bit about some of the quarterly events. I know you touched on them just a moment ago, but more about the quarterly events and what takes place.
Well, we've now had 4 this year. So we started out, and we do them again at the turn of the season. So our first one was, we called it the summer solstice, and the idea for that was just to introduce to the community, this was our first event, the offerings of Wrens Nest. So we had Christine Pope talk about acupuncture. We had Dr. Blaine Miner talk about nutrition and the ability to do wellness consults, which he does here. We talked about meditation, and we also had a guest speaker from a different yoga studio come and talk about yogic principles in the healthcare delivery system, which was important to bring to the community. And then we had one in the fall where we talked about the Ayurvedic traditions and the wellness. And then we had everybody, including our psychotherapist, which is Bob Ryan. We have a partner with the psychotherapist Susan Ewing, who came and talked about healthy change and transitions. We had a winter event, and we talked about the gift of the new year and sleep, the importance of sleep. Dr. Blaine Miner talked about sleep. And then most recently we had Lisa Bender, who was the nurse and the medicine woman, come and talk about the healing qualities of plants.
Mm-hmm. Wonderful. There's so many things that you bring to our community here. And I know that one of the things that I read about was and I've heard about, is the farm to table. Tell me a little bit about that, because you have fresh produce.
We partnered also with the Rise and Shine Farm. We're the drop-off for the Rise and Shine Farm into the Dalton area. And our event that's going to be coming up in the summer is going to be using their organic produce and talking about why is it important to eat organic, what are the benefits, and partner with our Ayurvedic specialists and who's going to look at, from an ancient point of view, why the 6 tastes need to be included in each of the meals and really every day, and that's Jaya Raman Murky.
Right. And I want to also mention as well, again, about you're open to the community for events, for weddings, for birthday parties, for anniversaries, special, any type of function.
Any kind of celebration of growth. We would really like to have people come and use the space and reap the benefits and be a part of the community and celebrate here with us.
Right, because you definitely have a lot of room. You can rent the entire facility or the space, or you can just rent certain areas. Is that correct?
That is correct, and we do have tables and chairs. If you can flow. The nice thing about and the uniqueness of the building is that you can flow and have different settings within the same building. So you can be in here for a dinner party. You have dancing on the breezeway. You could have, hors d'oeuvres in the parlor, or you could have just be in the parlor as a closed group for like a small study group. We've also practiced our Mother's Day event. We practiced on the breezeway. It's beautiful to be out there and not be in the sun, but be able to hear the birds and feel like you're a part of the outside.
Right. There's so many possibilities here that you really can't miss not coming here for any type of event. From the garden area, you have the whole entire garden area that people can use and rent, or the small areas, whatever they need. So I thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much for letting us come out. Congratulations on your first-year anniversary. You have really come so far, even from the first time we sat down together.
It's been a wonderful year. Thank you.
And for more information, people can contact your Facebook page. I know that is up, as well as your website, and we're showing that information on screen, as well as the telephone number. So
that's correct. Just call and come. Thank you.
Thank you, and thank you for being with us here.